Okay, so let me go closer to the screen and then can yeah, so you can see it here. So it's this lady here, a Conservative MP accused of spreading misinformation with NHS chest feeding post. So some of you might have already heard of this, and I caught it this week. So this is what it's about. I'm going to tell you what the article's about, and then we'll just talk about it. So basically, this Conservative MP is 1 minute. Okay, okay, yeah. This Conservative MP, she's called Shivian Raja. Okay, I hope that's what her name is. She posted a screenshot from the NHS website showing the term chest feeding. The screenshot came from the LGBT plus section on the chest feeding is your trans and non-binary. So the image she showed, which I can show you, I think it's on here, a bit further down. This is what she showed them. This, if you can see it now in the thing. So this is on the government website apparently, and it's for, they have a section for LGBTQ plus people, and obviously have it for trans men who are pregnant. So this was a separate thing. They still have also for cisgender as well. They have a cisgender section, and they still, I believe, they still have breastfeeding written there as well. But they have chest feeding, obviously, for a trans man. And she shared this, and well, she said she framed it as if the NHS were raising recognition of, I guess, cis mothers, saying, and I think she wrote, we can see the actual email. She wrote here, yes. Well, I can read what she said. She said, to all the women breastfeeding at 4 a.m. with no sleep, no recognition, and no consideration by the NHS, cheers to being biologically correct and politically inconvenient. So, and this is a Conservative MP, but we can see this. This is misinformation. This isn't true. The NHS hasn't done any of this stuff, and there's both this chest feeding and there's breastfeeding on this government site, whatever. So people have said, the critics have pointed out, she ignored the NHS. The NHS still has full breastfeeding guidance for cis women, which I just said anyway. And accusation, she is spreading misinformation by leaving out the context. Well, that's the thing, and this is happening a lot. There was another video I did recently about they had a picture of three pregnant people, and one of them they said was a trans man, and there was loads of controversy about that online. But it turned out the actual image wasn't used by the NHS. It was some American company that had made these images up, and somebody had put it on with the NHS. So it wasn't even part of the NHS anyway. But it just shows you how it's like fake outrage. They're using things just to get angry about things that aren't even true. So this echoes previous media controversies in Brighton and Sussex, NHS Trust 2022, where inclusive guidance was misrepresented. Well, I'm not sure which one those were, but this is happening a lot, and it seems like people like she's an MP and she's doing this, you know. So I mean, Conservatives, you know, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Anyway, so why does it matter? Well, weaponization of language, like terms like chest feeding, become cultural war flashpoints. Yeah. So something to make easier for trans men to feel more welcome while they're pregnant, going through pregnancy. Something that's supposed to be, you know, being respectful of those people, and being used as like culture war, using it against those people. Um, a single a screenshot gets framed as women being erased. Yeah, well, that's all the thing. This is these type of people, like this lady for this MP. This is what they do. They frame it as if trans people are trying to erase women. So this is the thing. Like, this is trans men. So it's like, trans men are trying to get rid of women. Transgender women are trying to take women. So yeah, whatever they do, they just try to erase. You know, they use the excuse they're like trying to erase women. It's just ways they just don't want to allow trans people anywhere or any respect towards them. So the misinformation cycle, outrage posts go viral. Yeah, well they do, especially on X. Picked up by media. Yes, it goes on to some media companies. I mean, let's be honest, like GB News in the UK. I guess in America you've got like Fox News. I believe they're pretty like to get outrage about things that aren't true. Sorry, this is the camera, not that. That's not the camera anymore. And what else have we got here? It creates confusion. Yeah, I've got that impact on the healthcare. So inclusive terms matter for trans and non-binary patients who need recognition in care. Well, I totally agree with that because they do. I know that I feel like that. It's just showing some recognition towards trans people, but these people just want to use it against us, and you know, they basically want to erase us. It's nothing about erasing women. Nobody's trying to erase women. This is about trying to erase trans people. But the backlash risks making health service look political instead of patient focused. Yeah, because they're making it look as if the NHS is doing this to well, and they're saying trying to erase women. And the bigger picture is it's not about one word. It's about who is recognized and supported in public services. Yeah. So yeah, those were the key things about that story. And I mean, you tell me what you think. I mean, because I think it's like why chest feeding. It just means it's more inclusive because for trans men who still want to have children. So yeah. Furthermore, let's just talk about different countries. So similar things have happened in America. So like the term pregnant people is more inclusive, isn't it? But conservatives frame inclusivity as erasing women. Um, medical bodies stress it involves care. Yeah, well, so I mean, America, the UK, kind of the same format here. Um, in England, we've also got like TERFs and use it as like media talking points. And obviously now with the new Equalities Act ruling with sex and biology, sex, they show how online framing shapes law and politics. Because I do believe that after the High Court ruling in the UK, groups like For Women in Scotland, they want to erase this, like these terms and stuff. They don't want trans people to feel comfortable living in their own country. We still live here. We're part of society. I'm a British citizen. Why shouldn't I be respected like any other British citizen? Then, well, I've said Poland and Hungary, but Poland and Hungary, they use gender ideology, weaponized in schools and family law. But Spain and Ireland, they use inclusive care languages, including alongside strong women protection. So I think Spain and Ireland are more or less similar as what we're doing in the UK. Like I say, England is going backward. And then global takeaway. Let's see, debate spreads. So, well, yeah, I've just said it about it spreading online because it does. I mean, sites like X goes to every country, doesn't it? I mean, X needs shutting down, to be honest with you. And what else have we got? Social media turns small language shifts. Well, I mean, I mean, I'll just leave that. I think for me, the key thing is it was a conservative. But it looks like the Conservatives aren't going to get many votes in the next election. But I was watching something on the news today, and they were saying that if Reform win, they still might need to team up with another party. And they said their logical choice would be the Conservatives. Yeah, well, yeah. Are you surprised? They're both just as bad. So we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, what is it? I'm not surprised the Conservative did that, and I think it's disgusting. Because the website it had breastfeeding and it had chest feeding on there, and this is just typical of what England is. Where we've got politicians who can't even just at least keep to the truth. You don't need to spread misinformation. It's just totally unacceptable.